So I've spent 3 weeks working with this new company, and I wanted to give them a real idea of what it's like to work in a professional company. So this is not a reconstruction, this is a piece made with them, on them and for them. We started from a real point of the research. I gave movement at the beginning because I always like the piece to have the palette that is mine. So we start with some language that is known to me, and then I will give tasks on top of that so that the dancers feel they have ownership within creating or taking it in a new direction, and then from there I will treat the work and bring it closer back to me. And so we refined it, and then we structured, and then we've treated, and then we've rehearsed, and now we're getting to the point of really understanding about the piece where it's about to go on stage. So throughout the 3 weeks we've had a real journey of, a very short journey, but a real journey of what it would be like working in a professional situation. I think the company have been amazing in terms of how they have met me, met the work, on a real human level, on an artistic level, but also in terms of the ensemble. And that's a lot of what I like to try and do within a process of help them to work as a team and to formulate a sense of self and a sense of them as an ensemble. And that's something within the 3 works we started with on day 1, and that's really starting to make the work come to life now. So I'm really thrilled that they've taken on the challenge of it. So the piece that I've made for National Youth Dance Wales has been inspired by the notion of space. And in 4 elements, we've been looking at the architectural space, the sonic space, emotional space, and conversational space, and how those 4 things can intertwine, and how we really pull one of those notions out and bring that to the forefront. I first started looking at architectural space, and I was really inspired by the work of Tadao Andau, who creates work with concrete and glass, but how the natural light plays a huge part in these buildings. And so from a lighting point of view, I really wanted to have a sculptural, architectural use of light, that the movement can be dictated by, or that the movement can follow. So we've got a little nod to Japan. So looking at that, I was thinking about the title, and found a brilliant definition about negative space. And with the dancers, we've been looking at negative and positive space. And the Japanese have a word for negative space, which is called ma. And we've been subverting some movement and space, so I thought I'd subvert that word as well. And so we're calling it am, with a little nod to Japan.